Good day, everyone. As we discussed the importance of interactions in our previous lecture, let's start by creating our first interaction, which is basically walking and running using Unity in a virtual reality. What we are going to do is using Unity and programming, we are going to create a scenario where we are walking actually in virtual reality. So let's actually understand what we are doing that using our Unity software. Let's go to watch it. First what I did is I created a new project called as player walk. And what I'm doing now is everything that you can see over here is being done in Unity for creating the virtual reality experience. The first thing I need to do is I need to import the Google VR. So from one of my previous projects, I'm going to import the Google VR over here. This is the Google VR folder that I talked about in my previous lecture. So I'm going to use that for creating my entire VR experiences. I have dragged and dropped my Google VR in my Unity. So this will give me access to all my libraries that are present in Google VR. So you can see over here, all my libraries, all my demos are being copied. So a folder called as Google VR is created over here. Now to begin with my virtual reality experience, what I need to do is first create a ground so that it's a reference ground for me to walk on, and create a simple cube so that when I walk, I can understand how close or far away I'm going from the cube. So that is also a good validation whether I'm actually walking in VR. So let me create that. So first I do is create the object plane. I'm making sure everything is 0, 0, 0. So for our convenience sake, I'm just going to put a huge X and Y, X and Z, sorry, the Y is constant, X and Z, so I'm just going to put 20, right, 20. So it's just to create that infinite long ground that I see that I have on the virtual reality experience. So let me just rename this as ground. And next thing I'm going to do is create a simple cube. And as you see, by default, it's coming at the origin. I'm just going to take my cube and place it some random place. So again, this cube is just to make sure that what I'm doing, if I'm walking, it's actually showing in virtual reality. So this is just for a matter of reference. Now, since you see everything is white over here, let me add a material to the ground and to the cube just so that everything does not seem to be white over here. So let me do that. So what I do is create a materials folder. And in that material, I'll create a ground. Create material and ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change the albedo to a color say green. And I'm going to just drag and drop the material onto the ground. So as you can see, the color of the ground now changed to green. And I'm also going to give my cube a color. Let's see, right? So by just dragging and dropping the material on the respective object, the object gets that material. So right now it's getting that. So this was the first part of it. Now, before beginning to create our entire VR experience where we have the head, we have the reticle, all these things, let me just first add the emulator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the GVR editor emulator to my entire VR experience. And now I'll start creating. First I need to check whether my main camera is at 0, 0, 0. So if it's not at 0, 0, 0, I need to make sure it is at 0, 0, 0. And directional light is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a empty object, which is my camera rig. Again, it is at 0, 0, 0 to begin with. And I'm going to make the main camera as the child of camera rig. So if you remember my previous lecture, where the camera rig is basically the head of a person and the main camera is basically the eyes of the person. So this is what exactly is happening. So that's the reason I have put the main camera as the child of the camera rig. and I can move the child around. See, so I'm not going to touch the main camera at all. What I'm going to do is I'm in fact going to rotate by 90 degrees. So again, my main camera always has to be at 0, 0, 0 because your eyes position is always fixed. Your head only can move. And just to emulate the reticle of my eyes, I'm going to add the reticle pointer. So GVR reticle pointer. So as you can see, I have made the camera rig which is like my head, the main camera which is like my eyes, and the GVR reticle pointer which is basically like the cornea or the retina of my eyes. So let me save the scene before I do anything. Let me play and see whether the VR experience is really activated. So as you can see, I'm holding the Alt button and I'm looking around with my reticle. As you can see, everything it looks perfectly fine. Now, once you can see around, what I need to do is whenever I look at the ground, maybe by some angle, I want to start moving. I want to start moving on the ground. I want to simulate the feeling of walking on the ground. So that's what we are going to do. So basically, what happens is whenever you have this kind of thing, we need to do is first we need to understand is that the camera rig needs to be like a solid object. So first, I'm going to create the camera rig, and I'm going to add the rigid body component to it. Rigid body. Again, let me see whether it's falling or so. So right now it's falling. It's falling because of gravity. So I'm going to do is kinematic. So it's not going to act under gravity. Another thing I can do is instead of doing is kinematic, I can constrain its position. So I can restrict the position in the y direction and the z direction. I can freeze the rotation in the x, y, and z direction. So what I'm doing over here is I do not want to rotate or do anything like that. I do not want to move in the y direction or so. So when I look down, I just want to move in the x directions. Okay. So with that also, still you can do that. So you still can walk around and so. So wait for understanding what it exactly is. So let's create a rigid body. Now let's see whether it's falling or not. Now it's not falling. Still allowing me to do so. Now what I need to do is I need to move this camera rig based on the conditions that I put in the script in the my next couple of things. So first I need to create a character controller. So for me that camera rig is like a character which can move around, and the character controller will exactly define how the character moves in this entire virtual reality experience. So first what I do is I add a component called as character controller. So over here you will see how much distance should move, what is it all things should do and all these things. So the character controller basically adds motion to your object. So that's the reason you add over here. So I have added the character controller to my entire camera. Now what I want to do next is I want to create a script. Basically what that script does is whenever I have my main camera or whenever I'm looking down, okay, I want to make sure that after a particular angle, when my eyes are looking down, I start moving. So in order to better to make you understand, what I can do is let me see whether I can do it over here. Unfortunately, I can't show it over here, but let me make you understand is my main camera is like my eyes. So whenever my eyes go below 30 degrees, I want to make sure I start walking. So that's precisely what I'm going to do using a script for my camera rig. So let's look at it much more closer in what exactly I want to do. First, let's create a component called as script, a new script called as layer walk. So as you can see, this is the default code that comes into picture. Now what I want to do is first, I want to create a public float variable or called as speed so that it can tell me how fast I want to. So the basically the speed of the person or how fast the person is going. So if the person is going too slow, it's like walking. However, if my speed is too fast, it's like as if I'm running. So I want to first create a public float variable called as speed, and now to give it a value called as 3. This value again you can change it on if you as you can see in the later on. However, what I'm doing over here is I'm creating a float variable called as speed, and the speed of the person is right now 3 meters per second, or it's 3, so it's moving at a speed of 3. Next, what I want to do is I want to create a public transform. Yeah. So what this does is it's taking in the input of my eyes. It's telling the program these are my eyes. So what VR camera is doing, it's taking the input, and when we drag and drop it, it's telling this is my eyes, and after my eyes see through a particular angle, you should start moving. So this is what it is. Next, I'm keeping a toggle angle, public float toggle angle. So this toggle angle is basically, this variable is basically telling me after I look after 30 degrees, it should start moving automatically. And I have put it as a public. So if I have to change, instead of 30 degrees, I want 15 degrees or 45 degrees, I can change this variable. That's the reason I'm creating this variable, and you can go back and change this variable value also. Next, what I want to do is I want to create a Boolean variable called as move forward. So I'm moving forward, this variable turns true. So this just tells me that okay, this is a variable which is actually whenever you move, it's actually there. It's actually turning true, else it is false. Next is I create a private character controller variable called CC. So again, as I said, we created a character controller so as to tell the program that this is a character, this is which is going to continuously move based on conditions that are put on the character. So let's look at this in the much more detail. So the first thing I need to do is when I say CC is I need to get the component of the character controller. So I need to get the character controller variable from my entire from my code, from my Unity program. So here whenever I start the program, I'm getting the character controller. So whatever position it is and whatever location it is, I'm getting the character controller component from the program. Now what I need to do is I need to compare whether my VR camera or my eyes are greater than, also as soon as my eyes go greater than 30 degrees, I should start moving. So for that, as we looked at if conditional statements in our previous lecture, let's use if VR camera is greater than equal to toggle angle, and so again, one thing I forgot to add is now you need to compare the X component. So you're looking up and down in the X. So VR camera dot Euler angles dot X. So you're looking at the X component of the angles greater than equal to, and so this is an operation and operator, and VR camera dot Euler angles dot X is less than. So you want to make sure that you are only moving when the camera angle is between 30 degrees and 90 degrees. Okay, so without that, if you are going beyond that, you do not want to move. So this is one of the important things to keep in mind, because what happens is whenever you're moving, you get all sorts of angles. You can go 260, 180, but only when you are within this 30 to 90 degrees range, you only want to move. So that time, first of all, say move forward equal to true, else move forward equal to false. So first I'm just triggering I'm changing the Boolean expression. I'm just saying that whenever there is the angle, VR camera angle is within this limits, it should put move forward as true. Now, what happens if move forward is true? So let's see that. So if move forward. So if I just do this way, that means if move forward is true, since move forward is checking whether it's like a Boolean expression. So it's if the move forward or if this condition is true, what I want to do is I want to use a vector 3, which is basically a three-dimensional vector called as forward. And I want to do is what I want to do is I want to transform, or I want to change the position of the camera. So I want to change the position of the entire camera rig. So that's what I'm doing right now. So what I want to do is I want to take this camera and I want to start moving. So I want to take and transform direction. And what I'm doing over here is I'm saying that the camera should transform direction. So it should move along with the entire camera rig. And what I'm doing is it should use a character controller saying that simple move and should move forward to speed. So what is happening over here is now whenever the move forward is true, it is transforming the character position, it's moving the character position, or it's moving the eye's position, and it's moving the entire rig's position. So depending on your speed what you give, it's moving the entire eye's position with the speed that is given over here. So this is what the entire script is doing. So first you get the character controller, then you check whether the Euler angle is within 30 degrees, which right now we have set, and 90 degrees. If it is so, if that condition is true, then what you want to do is you want to move forward, and you want to move forward with the kind of speed that you are there. So this is what this entire script is doing. So let's go back to Unity and see whether we are actually getting that. So let's first save the scene, and let's do play. And right now if I go down, so it's still not moving. Let's see why it's not moving. Oh yes, because we have right now not given it what is my VR camera. So you remember I had created a variable called as VR camera. So right now it does not know what my eyes are. So it's not able to compare, okay, whom should I compare with that 30 degrees? I just have to drag and drop my VR camera. I mean camera over here. So you can see over here it's moving at a speed of 3 and its toggle and angle is 30. Now let's see whether it actually happens now. So you can see over here, it's actually moving forward. So you can see over here, it's actually moving forward. So right now your character is actually moving. So this is how you walk and run. So if you want to take, if you increase the speed, say instead of 3, if you say 6 or 10, let's say 10. Okay, now if I increase the speed, you can see over here, it's actually increasing the speed and moving. So this is how you ideally walk, or this is how you walk in virtual reality. So you can see over here, now my cube is farther away. Now I'm walking towards it. Now see, my cube is right over here. So this validates that I'm actually walking in VR. So this is how you walk and run, and you can change your toggle angle. You can try changing your toggle angle. You can see, so you can actually add a body also. So right now just my head is moving. So if I add a body, so I can do much more. So I can add a capsule collider and actually do a lot more things. So right now over here my center is at 0, 0, 0. So again, with character controller you can add a lot more things. You can add a capsule collider so that it actually simulates your body, and then you can control it with a character controller. So a lot more can be done. Right now, this is just to give you an understanding of how walking and running actually works out in Unity. Thank you very much.